Let me ask you something really important. When was the last time you felt uncomfortable and didn't immediately try to escape it? Not distract yourself, not joke it away, not scroll past it. Actually sit in it. Because most of us have been trained to believe that discomfort is a problem, something to fix, something to avoid, something that means we're doing something wrong. But what if that's backwards? What if discomfort isn't a warning sign, but confirmation? What if being uncomfortable is actually proof that you're doing something right? Here's the truth that nobody prepares us for. Comfort is seductive, but comfort is also deceptive. Comfort tells you you're fine where you are. Don't rock the boat. Just stay here. And that's the trap. Because comfort doesn't move you forward. Comfort preserves you exactly as you are. Comfort isn't peace. Comfort is familiarity. And if you stay in familiarity long enough, it quietly turns into stagnation. Think about every meaningful moment of growth you've ever had. Every breakthrough, every level up, every shift that actually mattered. None of it felt safe in the moment. You didn't feel ready. You didn't feel confident. You didn't feel calm. You felt unsure, exposed, stretched. That stretch wasn't a mistake. That was growth happening in real time. Now, here's something we don't say often enough. Discomfort is not the enemy of progress. It's the entrance fee. You don't get the next version of yourself without paying for it. And the reason so many people stay stuck isn't because they lack talent or intelligence or even opportunity. It's because they refuse to stay uncomfortable long enough. We live in a culture obsessed with feeling good. If it doesn't feel good, we assume it's wrong. If it's uncomfortable, we think we should stop. If it creates anxiety, we label it unhealthy. But growth isn't supposed to feel good in the moment. Growth feels awkward. Growth feels clumsy. Growth feels like doing something before you fully know how. That's not failure. That's formation. Now, let me say this clearly. Discomfort doesn't mean you're lost. It usually means you're early in the process, early in your habits, early in the discipline, early in the identity shift that you're trying to put yourself through. You're uncomfortable because the old version of you and the new version of you are overlapping. And that overlap, that's where most people quit. Now, let me give you an example that's relatable to everybody. If you walk into a gym and you stay comfortable the entire time, using the same weights, at the same pace, the same routine, nothing happens. You don't build muscle. You don't build endurance. You don't get stronger. You just maintain. Showing up isn't enough. Growth only happens when you push past what feels comfortable. That extra rep, uncomfortable. That heavier weight, uncomfortable. That moment when your body is screaming, stop! But you keep going, that's where the growth lives. And life works the exact same way. Here's the part that people don't want to accept. If it feels easy, it's probably maintenance, not growth. And that applies to everything. Your diets, your careers, your mindset, your discipline, your faith, your relationships. If you're always comfortable, you're not growing, you're preserving. Here's another truth that hits hard. Purpose doesn't feel inspiring most days. Purpose feels inconvenient. It interrupts your comfort. Purpose demands effort when you're tired. Purpose asks for consistency when motivation disappears. Motivation is emotional. Purpose is contractual. Motivation says, I feel like it. Purpose says, I committed. And the people who actually grow aren't the most motivated. They're the ones willing to stay uncomfortable longer than anyone else. Some days, growth looks heroic. Other days, it looks like showing up quietly when no one notices. Some days, you're climbing the mountain. Other days, you're dragging yourself up the mountain. And hear me clearly when I say this. Dragging yourself forward still counts. Progress doesn't get invalidated because it was hard. Effort doesn't disappear because it wasn't elegant. Forward is forward. And here's where a lot of people get stuck. They wait for discomfort to go away before they act. They say, I'll start when I feel ready. I'll move when I'm confident. I'll do it when it feels right. I mean, that's everybody when it comes to going to the gym. Great example again. But readiness doesn't come first. Action does. Confidence isn't a prerequisite. It's a byproduct. You don't become confident and then step into discomfort. You step into discomfort and confidence shows up later. Here's a reframe that can change everything. Discomfort is information. It tells you where your growth lives. It shows you the edge of your current capacity. It highlights the work that actually matters. Most people treat discomfort like a stop sign. High performers treat it like a compass. Now listen, not all discomfort is good. Some discomfort is fear talking. Some discomfort is ego resisting change. Some discomfort is old habits fighting for survival. That doesn't mean you run from it. It means you examine it. Ask yourself, is this discomfort protecting me or is it preventing me? That question alone can change your trajectory. Here's the quiet truth most people avoid. The life you want requires a version of you that doesn't exist yet. And that version of you will feel unfamiliar at first. Unfamiliar feels uncomfortable. So of course it feels wrong, but it's not wrong. It's just new. Most people don't fail because they chose the wrong path. They fail because they left the right path too early, right at the point where it stopped feeling comfortable. They mistook that discomfort for a warning, when in actuality, it was a confirmation. So if you're watching this and you feel either uncertain, stretched out of your depth, slightly overwhelmed, good. That usually means you're exactly where growth happens. Don't run from that feeling. Don't numb that feeling. Don't wait for it to pass. Learn to sit in it. Lean into it. Because discomfort isn't a signal to stop. It's often a signal that you're finally moving in the right direction. And that's real talk. Not everything that feels bad is wrong. Not everything that feels hard is a mistake. Sometimes the discomfort is the gift. Real talk, Sam I am. See you all next time. Hope you enjoyed.